All prospects lie. This is an adage of sales. And I have a post from 2014 on salestactics.org that I brought up on the other screen here called Buyers Are Liars. And this also another saying in sales. Okay. And there's good reason for it. Don't blame the buyer, blame the seller, because salespeople have throughout history promised things that they couldn't deliver just to get the sale, right? So buyers have become skeptical. So something happens when a prospective customer gets on a call with you, with me, with anybody who's selling. Okay. They're going to be one of two ways on the call at the beginning. They're going to be super enthusiastic. Yeah, man, I've been waiting for this. I love the idea. I want to go ahead, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Or they're going to be really downtone. They never seem to get excited about anything. And, this, I don't know if this matters to me or it's relevant to me or whatever. Okay. Now, as the salesperson, I caution you, I recommend to you, you cannot take this personally. Okay. This beginning emotional tone at the start of the conversation, it doesn't have much to do with reality. It has a lot to do with protection of the self of the buyer. Okay. Remember, buyers are liars because bad salespeople have sold stuff to them that they didn't need. Okay. So when a product or service doesn't do everything the buyer thought it would, or they ended up with something they didn't need, they have buyer's remorse, right? They feel bad about it and they don't want to go through that again. That's a bad experience. And even to come back and get like a refund or do an exchange or something like that is a hassle to a lot of people, right? Remember, there are tons and tons of people out there who are super uncomfortable and just picking up the phone and calling somebody that they don't know. Haven't met yet. Okay. And some of them don't like calling people who they do know. So not even go there. And there's a guy, retail sales trainer, Bob Phipps. You probably heard he could sell ice to an Eskimo. And I've seen this on like mugs, right? Of the Eskimos waving to the salesperson as he's going away on his boat and they bought a refrigerator or something like that, right? Okay. That is not a compliment to salespeople. That is a demonstration of how society thinks salespeople are slimy tricksters who will say anything to get the order. Okay. So you have to be different than that. But what I want you to take away from this video is that the beginning of the conversation, how that prospect is behaving, it doesn't have much to do with reality. Not yet. Okay. So if they're enthusiastic, maybe they're just angling to find out information, right? Tell me all about it. Tell me the price. I want to know, right? And then I can go away and make my comparison table that we probably talked about before. I've certainly talked about over the years, with price across the top and, features and vendors down the side. What am I going to get for the best price? And then ka-ching, because that's all they know, right? You have to give them that valuable insight and help them have realizations. So that's where we're going. Just getting a text here. So if they're enthusiastic at the beginning, don't get sucked into that too much, right? Back off a little bit as the salesperson. Well, wait a minute. Why are you so excited about this? Tell me, right? And if they have a wishy-washy reason, it'll come out. All right. If they have a really good reason to move ahead, that they really are bought in on you, the company, the service, etc. They understand the problem and want the solution. Maybe then, but at the beginning, I don't know. I don't buy into it. Also, if they're down tone at the beginning, they could just be protecting themselves. All right. Protecting themselves from getting ripped off. I don't want the salesman to think or salesperson to think I'm super excited. I got a live one here, and then I got to put up with that. And then they're going to do some high pressure thing to me. You got to understand what it's like to be a prospective customer. Okay. It can be ugly. It could be really ugly when some high pressure salesperson without a whole lot of skill bears down on you. It's not pleasant. So keep that in mind when you're talking to prospects who haven't met you yet. Okay. They've probably been abused out there in the world by bad salespeople. And now they're on your doorstep and you ain't different yet. Okay. So what we'll find is that the people who start off low tone could get excited over time, right? Or the people who started off high could end up being not that interested at the end. Okay. So you don't know yet. Don't get sucked into their story yet. All right. Look for evidence. So I say this, and I've said this in Sales on Fire for 10 plus years. Okay. Put your Sherlock Holmes hat on The one with the ear flaps, I got to get me one of those deer stalker hats. I don't like them personally, but just as a prop. And you put your prospecting hat on, your Sherlock Holmes hat on, right at the start, because you're just qualifying. I don't know this prospect. I don't believe their story at the beginning, right? Energy is good, it's nice, etc. But I'm not going to buy into it yet. I'm going to search for reasons. I'm going to qualify, right? And we talked about that at the beginning of this series: need, budget, personality fit, right? These three things, right? I'm going to add that leads my questions. First of all, why do you want to talk? Why'd you book the call, right? We talked about that yesterday. Do you have a problem that I could solve? What problem do you have? Tell me about it. Let's explore it, right? Budget. Is the problem large enough to warrant my involvement in selling? Otherwise, maybe you're the $5 discount Barney kind of customer and you should go down there to Barney, not me, right? And personality fit. Can I get along with this person? Are they going to be a real pain in the butt? as many clients are, but some are not. So you don't know yet. So you put on your qualifying hat, your Sherlock Holmes hat, qualify first with as little emotional involvement from you as possible. Okay. Don't buy into their story. We just look at it. Oh, that's interesting. But then we dig for data. We dig for facts. We dig for supporting arguments. We dig for emotion. We dig for involvement. Those things will tell us whether there's a sale to be made here or not. Okay. So qualify first without emotion. Then when you got a qualified prospect in front of you and you know it, then you can get excited, right? Hey, I can really change this person's life. That's exciting. Okay. So the whole point of this video is to explain. I said more than I probably should have in one video. I should have probably split this into two, but it's too much fun. Why all prospects lie at the start. You can't trust what they begin in terms of what they're saying and their tone, their mood, all that stuff, because that could change pretty darn quick. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.